Hello everyone. Today is the 8th of August of 2023 and I have decided that I'm going to do another look through of a game magazine thing. This one, what we have here is the official UK PlayStation magazine number 27, which is, what was it? It's 1997 Christmas edition. And if we have a look, we have the exclusive review and a playable demo of Crash Bandicoot 2. So that was a good game. Now, is this version? Let's have a look up here. So this looks like this one's been someone signed on this, and it also looks like this it had like a sort of fold out bit there. Maybe they were containing like the demo discs or something. Anyway, a free Street Fighter EX Plus Alpha supplement. I had that game. We have reviews of Time of Crisis, Crash Bandicoot 2. I had both those games. Any other ones I had a demo of Fantastic Four. Pandemonium 2 I never had. I had the first one, but I did want it, but I never had it. And Toka Touring Cars. Is that Toka Touring Car Championship? I don't know. It was £4.99. Spiced up your PlayStation. Spice Girls PlayStation game revealed. How exciting. Oh, get it. Killing Time, Time Crisis. The Crackers and the Turkey, your complete Yuletide shopping guide. So when was this? I mean, I know it's Christmas, but when was this released? Was this? I mean, I don't know. I don't know how long before Christmas. Anyway, first page we have the good old Final Fantasy VII poster there, Midgar, and oh. Thing is, if you click it, it turns the page, so you've got to like be careful where you drag it. I had this demo, so maybe I had this magazine. I'm pretty sure I had this demo because I had G Police. I'm sure I had a G Police demo. I think I got G Police. I got like a copy of G Police. Hercules, I did get that. Eurosy Game Clone, or maybe not. Maybe I didn't have this one because I don't remember Clone. I know what it is because I've seen the Cadicarus video, but no, maybe I didn't. 1 CD, 7 games, and all of them sublimely playable. That's good. Yeah, they're all playable because sometimes they come with like videos on, don't they? Shooting incident bystanders in hijacked hotels, leapfrogging through the tundras on the back of a polar bear, volleying the winning goal as Zambia take the cup against Grimsby Town. Yep, who needs the self-indulgences of Christmas when the PlayStation could transport you to far funkier climes? Yeah. I mean, I saw that picture and it says shooting incident bystanders. I was thinking, oh, it's like a news article, but no. And then it goes on to riding polar bears, so yeah. That's that. Toka Touring Cars, Shadow Master, I don't remember that game at all. Say, robot spiders, work out your deepest fears in this super spooky shoot 'em up. Alright then. Oh, and there's Nikki from Pandemonium 2. We have a picture of the magazine cover, just in case you hadn't seen it already. Yeah, a few bits of content. Zed, I still don't know what that is. Spice Girls. Ooh, that should be interesting. Who do you think you are? Dynasty Warriors. Or Dynasty Warrior Compo. What? Is that the first Dynasty Warriors game? I mean, it must be. The PS1 version. So, okay, 86. Was that Crash? Oh no, that's Crash 2. I was thinking that was Crash 1 there. Second, but no, that's Crash 2. Right. Sex and drugs and rock and rolls. Rock and rolls. No wonder it's addictive. Broken Sword 2. I think I had a demo of that one. Rock and rolls. What's the joke there? Like role playing? Update. Oh, that's like the PS1 demo game, the demo disc font. What is that? Is that me being able to choose a... Oh, hold on. Yeah, that is me being able to choose a page. But I don't want to choose a page. Let's go back. Let's do it a bit at a time. Sony packs a real punch in the console fight, but there's no cut to be seen. Sony implemented its marketing plans for Christmas earlier than expected this year when the PlayStation Value Pack went on sale at $129.99 in mid-October, with the PlayStation outselling the N64 by up to 10 to 1. Yeah. I do remember the N64. I don't know if the N64 came out. I remember the release of Mario 64, which might have been the same day. It cuts both ways though. In a bid to gain supremacy of the console market, the two big guns have continually slashed their hardware prices. Here is the brief history of the fiscal struggle that's taken place over the last couple of years. So as you can see, the prices have gone down. Right. Oh, this wasn't scanned too well. Formula 197. Now, I think I had Formula 197 copied. Of course, most of my games were copied, but I just remember the box art being exactly the same as Formula 1, but with the 97 on it. I don't know if this is the same game. Formula 197 experienced mixed fortunes in its bid to become the biggest selling UK PlayStation game ever. Initial sales were hugely impressive, 40,000 copies sold on day one and retail value of £2 million. Can't read all that stuff on the side there though. Oh, was it PSM's PlayStation 2 causes panic? Industry tongues waging over official speculation. Oh, so this is them speculating about the PS2, is it? Is this what the prediction was? I'll look at what might be in shape for things to come. For the PlayStation in PSM 25 has caused all kinds of panic and speculation to spread throughout the industry and the internet. Rival publications have even been moved to comment on the piece. I think speculation, and that nobody has really any idea of how the PlayStation 2 will look. Oh, look at that. That was their prediction. And here we have Total Drive-In. All bets are off. Right, whoa. Typical Aussie. Land of Hope and Glory. What is this? Is that the name of the game, Land of Hope and Glory? Liverpool, London, Slough. Let's have a look. Anyone who read our Primal Screen PSM24 about Warhammer 2 Dark Omen will be gutted to learn that the 3D Fantasy Mayhem has been delayed until early 98. Originally planned for a late November release through Mindscape. What's that got to do with Slough? Is that a game being released in Slough? Oh, London. After coming second in the battle for Peter Molyneux's signature when he left Bullfrog, Eidos has gone for the next best thing inside ex-Bullfrog development, Team Muckyfoot. So this is like news throughout the UK, I guess. Yeah, lots of London. What's going on in Liverpool? Stunt car racer Revs Grand Prix? I don't know. Okay. Typical Aussie. Never goes anywhere without a backpack. I see this font here. This is the font that Team 17 has started to use. Well, I say started, but this is the Team 17 been using this font a lot in the past couple decades or so. So I just see it as the Team 17 font, like Worms and Lemmings. But look at that logo. Look at the colour on that logo. Alright. Oh, who's this guy? K1, the Arena Fighters. I read that as racism for a second then. K1 provides a healthy dose of realism. Just what the beat-up category needed. Yeah. For boxing. And that page is not loading. Oh, and then more news around the world. So San Francisco, what's going on there? It might not mean much for PlayStation holders still at school. But to more experienced gamers, the name Williams is enough. Oh, you can't really highlight this text. Yeah, lots of those older games. The Arcade Classics 2, so that's coming there to that. Oh, Rugrats. I had that. Rugrats the game. Rugrats the game? It was Search for Reptile, wasn't it? Or is it something different? I believe that was something different. Japan. Not content with decimating the social life of anyone who comes across the astonishingly addictive Final Fantasy VII, Squaresoft has now set its sight on the Japanese diet with the impending launch of fizzy drinks. Fizzy drinks which cunningly titled Square Squash. Oh, come on. Square Squash, like Square Enix? Well, Squaresoft rather. Look, it's a chocobo drink. I don't know who these are. Can't make it out. Alright. Bomberman comes to PlayStation. The Western version of Final Fantasy VII now gets a release in Japan. The Metal Gear Solid looks set to be the game of 1998. The Western version of Final Fantasy VII comes to Japan, so that's got it's got Emerald and Ruby Weapon, doesn't it? Let's see what it says here. After the success of Final Fantasy VII, the list of PlayStation RPGs being produced in Japan grows even longer. The latest is the Twinbee RPG from Konami. Twinbee, an RPG which is set for release at the beginning of next year, continuing the long line of Twinbee games. They've been produced over the years of various formats. The PlayStation version sticks with the cute and colourful. Yeah, okay. Twinbee RPG, that doesn't... I don't know. Anyway, let's look at this ad. Oh. They say an army marches on its stomach. This one does it on its ass. Alright. Basically saying like, look, these people are in the army and they play games. Power, the new war board game where you can annihilate whole armies and achieve world domination. All without shifting your nether regions one iota. The game that's taken over the world. Oh, right, so that's... Also, it's not PlayStation... Oh, right, okay, so it's this... So, are these people in the army, or are they just playing an army-themed game? The crafty box... Oh, Croc. Oh, Fox Interactive has spent over £700,000 on TV advertising to sell Croc, while a game like BMG's Grand Theft Auto will sell on controversy value alone. Of course, there is a more traditional way of hitting the top spot in the game charts. Take a look at hoardings across the country and you'll see the lizardy face of Fox Interactive's Croc staring back at you. When we decide to invest a lot in advertising, we look for a universally appealing character, says F1's marketing manager Simon Eschels. Or top 20. V-Rally. I see V-Rally a lot in these. Worms. Rayman. Yeah, Tomb Raider. Crash Bandicoot. Ridge Racer. Tekken. Recommends. PlayStation recommends. Now, Tomb Raider 2, yep. While Call of Duty delivered TRT to PSM, this thing isn't working properly. The text recognition thing. The reviewer stumbled into the office and uttered brilliant and saw the impossible had happened. TR2 is better than the original. We urge you to see it for yourself. And Final Fantasy 7. Beautiful scenery, fantastic storylines, wonderful characters. With that pedigree, FF7 would make a pretty decent Hollywood movie. Oh, well, give it a few years, and there will be. There will be a movie. Anyway, ready for a thrashing tennis arena. Yeah. Look at the old Ubisoft logo. Oh. What? So, I mean, these pages are misaligned. Yes, I'd love to join the armed forces. I want to be stripped, scrubbed, scalped, and inoculated, deloused, and dehumanized. Or, no, I'd rather play Red Alert. Better to get it on PlayStation than in the showers of some godforsaken That's not in good taste. Wow. Better to get it on PlayStation than in the showers of some godforsaken barracks. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That Rose. Tunnel between the eyes and clone. Actua Soccer 2. One game even Shearer cannot miss. Hey, is that a dig? Is that a dig at Alan Shearer? The one and only game for true football fans. The only one you need. So if you're a football fan and you want to play football games, you've made a mistake if you played any other game than this, because you just need this. You just need Actua Soccer 2. Tunnel between the eyes. Now this looks like it would potentially cause some problems. It's called Between the Eyes. I've been creating Between the Eyes using the PlayStation Home Development Package. Netgear Rose. Sony provides high-level programming libraries, and you benefit from the high speed of the underlying hardware. This makes for very rapid development and a great deal of freedom from tedious technical issues. The game began life as a simple demo program to teach myself more about 3D. It was surprisingly easy to make a decent tunnel shape with a nice texture, and the ship was also easy to input. Then we have clone. I know those things make a nasty noise. Thanks to the Cadicrus video. Mental combat. Mental combat. This month, the men promoting the two biggest footy games due to this Christmas come face to face in a battle of PlayStation trivia in Electronic Arts Slough office. The tricky Nick Grange defends the honour of FIFA Road to World Cup 98. I had that game. Yeah, the one football game I had. Well, I say the one. I had Italia 90. On the Mega Drive before then. And here we have Stimulation, not Simulation. Leaves conventional race games standing. The sky really is the limit. No parachute provided. Oh, who's this guy? This is the man with all the inside info on the weird and wonderful games market in the land of the rising sun, Japan. Correspondent Nicholas Di Constanza. Being French and having an Italian name, I've often been asked how I become a Japanese correspondent for a British magazine, and to be honest, it was something of an accident. The story starts when I graduated from business school. When I decided to stay in Japan as I loved the place so much, I'd started work with PSM sister Edge after answering in an advert to pay for my Japanese lesson fees. Right, work, rest and play station. Do you get it? Do you get it? The Japanese find it difficult to understand why magazines would give coverage to bad games. On a typical day, the most mentally strange part of the job is actually travel from my bedroom to my office, usually about 8 p.m. Salary, TBA. What, you going to announce your salary? Your boss, myself. You're the boss, myself. What? Greats. Oh, okay. Greats. Meeting game industry big names. Meeting game industry big names and great spelled differently. Multiple deadlines. Oh, really great on me. Anyway. Cane it on your sofa. What is that? Oh, Tucker. Okay. If I didn't know that, I don't know what that would be a reference to. Oh, speaking of which, action on the edge of your seat. So this is like, this isn't a poster, is it? 'Cause it's not like the middle. We're not in the middle yet. Gran Turismo. Primal Scream. What does this loading bar mean at the top? What's it referencing? Got another football game. World Soccer. It's coming home. 77% complete. So there's going to be something that leads towards, yeah, 88%. No. So with Tetris Plus, let's have a look at this. With Tetris Plus, you dribbled then, you'll be dribbling now. The closest to video game perfection that anyone has ever come. Plays like a dream, 88%, featuring 2-player mode. Tetris Plus. Oh, and there's Hercules. Populous. 100% complete. Okay, so something's loaded up here. It's 100% complete. And then we have Hercules. What is this? The Italian Job. Felony 1179. If you're as good as you think you are, you'll get to drive up to 22 different vehicles on your mission of madness. I've never heard of this game. Is it just like a racing game? It's got a timer, so it's like an arcade racer, I guess. Feedback. Oh. Hold on, I'm going to have a drink. It's my favourite part. The feedback. I'm a big fan of the feedback, as you may know. Anyway, did I have this magazine? I didn't have many, but I know I had like a brownish one with Lara Croft on it. So I might have had that one. And issue, bless you. Okay, let's hear what they've got to say here. What the hell is going on? I was browsing through the rival magazines at the local Newsies and, to my shock and horror, was told that PSM 24 was sold out and unavailable, and PSM 25 was set for release. Can you imagine the distress it caused me to discover that I'd missed one of the most important issues of your prestigious magazines, the F1 97 issue? So I'd like a formal apology and a large amount of PlayStation games to ease my elderly bones and aching heart, being 19 and all that. It was even more horrific when you reviewed The Lost World. I had purchased this a week before the magazine's eventual release. How could you pound such a good 2D platform game? I know 2D platformer is dying fast nowadays, but The Lost World is the best kind on the PlayStation. Not particularly, I wouldn't say so. Not from what I remember. But yeah, this was because 3D, this is like obviously long before like indie games and all that, so 3D was like a big new thing at this time. So 2D games were sort of like, they were seen as like old-fashioned. You can't moan about the game not being great value for money. Finally, where is Jacques Villeneuve, however you pronounce that, I don't know, in F1 97? He is so big-headed that he demanded for his name to be taken out of the game, or does Psygnosis presume that everyone wants to be the Williams machine, which I personally think requires no real talent to drive due to his mechanical amazingness. Oh, keep up with the times, Daddy. Oh yeah, see, you miss out, you know. Yeah, see, you tell him. Right. What is this? A small letter. Congratulations on an excellent magazine. I have one tiny little comment to make that could be a teensy weensy bit negative. Oh, I like the negative ones. I noticed while reading this month's issue that I was getting a faint, strained feel about the eye, around the eye region. I was squinting, of course. I realised that there's heaps to pack into the mag, but blimey, how come I suddenly need a magnifying glass to read it? The print is small and appears to be getting smaller. And add to that, white print on turquoise background, and I'm afraid I can't make it out with all this, without my granddad's Insecto magnifying lens 2000 plus. Okay, I admit I won't see 12 again. What? Won't see 12 years old, but feel but please don't make me feel like a granny before my time. Well done, and thanks for all your hard work. Julianne Raw. Do you know our mums say exactly the same thing? Perhaps one month we could do a great magnifying glass cover mount. Seriously, no, seriously, the text does look a bit fuzzy in the PSM25 feature, Wonder Toy. But if you pretend that you've got a really bad eyesight and squint, you just about pick up the thread. Unfortunately, we're blessed with 3 designers who have 20/20 vision, although sometimes you wouldn't know it. Right. Rage Against Tyranny. Yeah. Does that say colon? Or colony? Why is there a game called... I was thinking, why is there a game called Colon? Oh. My favourite part strikes back. For the thousands of your readers that didn't camp outside the front doors of HMV in 1995 for the little grey box, but come on board somewhat more recently, congratulations to your latest ABC, but surely the UK's fastest growing magazine. Though deserving this accolade, is aware that by definition its readership is made up substantially of issue 25 newcomers. So what issue is this issue? This is issue 27, so issue 25 was like a big deal by the looks of it. Okay, so we can work out some of the more obvious terminology. Nevertheless, I detect a tendency to presume that our followers are blessed with knowledge as infallible as yours. Yes, we're envious. No, we're not telepathic. I've been reading loyally for 7 issues, but only recently fathomed what RPG meant, courtesy of your fine case study on the genre. I might have to look back at the issue 25, see what was going on. And there you go. Now I'm using words like genre. Oh, not to mention shoot 'em up, texture mapping, and real time. Isn't that a footy team? What? Real time? Come on, guys, take it from the top with a big juicy word and phrase guide that we can cut out to use it. Enjoy your excellent editorial features with the level of understanding they obviously warrant. Keep up the good work. So is the basically, so this is like some word is like, we're not familiar with these new words. Another one, talk about issue 25. You advertised an ISS Pro demo for PSM 25, but it never appeared. After reading through the whole issue 25, I'm still searching for an apology, or at least a reason for this exclusion. Well, I mean, well, that's my trailer of thought there. Apart from this, I'm pretty impressed with your contents. At least you don't have to resort to printing topless pictures of Lara Croft like some magazines. Yes, Wendy. It almost sounds like you're not even vaguely interested in the magazine. She just complimented you on the quality of the magazine, and that's the first thing you respond with. This time it's the writers who are out of order. What a malarkey. What is happening to the racing game genre? Oh, they are becoming too unrealistic and totally unplayable. F1 in GP mode was the first culprit, forgive me if I'm wrong, but when I am watching a Grand Prix on the TV, cars just don't go spinning out of control when they go over a blade of grass. And now we have V-Rally, which is even worse and isn't really a racing game at all. Yeah, V-Rally's not a racing game, it's not a true racing game. Well, because too much emphasis is made on whether you can complete the course without rolling or spinning the car, and there's a real sense of achievement when you do this, regardless of what position you come. You end up racing against yourself and nobody else. Weird. So just what frictionless plants are these programmers from? Planet. I was thinking plants, yeah, because we're talking about grass. And they're like, those games are actually quite amazing. I'd like to say my opinion on the state of the game industry. I bought a PlayStation exactly 1 year ago. You may reasonably assume that I have a collection of titles by now. Well, I do. 2 in fact. Tomb Raider and Resident Evil. 2 excellent titles. The sort of games I thought would be abundant on this machine, which has such obvious potential. A year later, and the layer of dust on my grey box is getting thicker. Can't believe how disappointing the market is. When are developers going to start using this technology to do something different? We must endure endless card games and beat-em-ups forever? Look at my mail order list and work out the percentage of these titles take up. I got over my car fascination when I was 14. I'm 21 now. I want a bit more depth, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. I'm not a fussy player. I like many. Oh. Wah. I like many genres, and I'm always open to new ones. I just feel like many areas of the market are being neglected. Do developers have the attitude that only PC owners have the intelligence to cope with anything more than Tekken? Admittedly, the Christmas months looked better, perhaps mainly due to Tomb Raider 2 and Final Fantasy VII and MDK. But what of the rest of the year? I thought the PlayStation was supposed to be an older player's machine. Come on, developers, you know what we like, so why only give us a fraction of it? I say, PC owners would love to be able to play Tekken. So basically this person wants to play like RPGs and RTSs. And like I get the idea that this person today would be playing like Dark Souls. And they're like, PC players would love to play Tekken. The simple truth is the more variety on the PlayStation than you could wish to find on any £130 machine. Oh, back when PC... So with like PCs like... So I know like PCs are now like known as like the most powerful, like the most potentially powerful thing. But I guess back then PCs were sort of like on par or below. I don't know. I didn't really pay attention to PC games back then. It's raining men. Right. As a relatively new owner of a PlayStation, and video remark, I just like to say how amazing I think both are. I have never spent so many contented evenings at home in front of the telly in my life, or so many contented lunch hours reading. The only thing I ask is, can we please stop all this sexual discrimination? If we are going to have buxom young wenches dressed a little more than a tea towel running around saving the planets and stuff, let's make it fair and give all of us girls some decent men to look at for a moment. About the best we have is Fargus in Pandemonium. Or Abe in Madokan. Come on, all you male game designers. Lighten up and give us girlies something to drool over as well. While I'm here, can you tell me, 1, what RPG stands for? Oh wow. 2, when the next Oddworld Gate's coming out. 3, and there's anything that's a really good selection of all the titles to rent, as my local Blockbuster is poo. For a second I thought she was falling over Fargus. The majority of PlayStation gamers are male, and in the past the majority of video game protagonists have also been male. Lara Croft changed all that, of course, but heck, there's plenty of chaps knocking about in beat-em-ups and the like. Muscles, tight pants. You want to get yourself a football game, you can have 2 blokes and a selection of substitutes. Right, like play football games then. Test Drive 4. Oh, can you take the pressure? Critical depth. Oh my goodness, even more. I've got to move on. But I think this might be particular about particular games. In many issues of your mag, you are wrong about what's on the next month's demo CD. Why are you doing this, and can you please stop? 1, it's a deliberate attempt at... come on. misinformation. Agents lurk everywhere, and so we try and fool them from they ask you a question, and your idea is to your idea is to is to be all sarcastic. Which games can you play with 2 players without a multi-tap? What? Which game can you play 2 players without a multi-tap? That's like all games that are 2 players? You don't need multi-taps for 3 or more, 3 or 4? Anyway. That's a slur now. So that's interesting. Are we going to have an extra disc with all the games coming out at this time of year? There's someone else asking about the ISS demo. The boffins at Sony Computer Entertainment Europe have been having trouble getting that version of From Konami to work. We'll get there, hopefully. People are really after the ISS Pro demo. And it's... Not only are they after that, it's proven to be... part of the... What's it called? Issue 25. So I might need to look at issue 25 at some point. But anyway, Spanking the Monkey. Okay then. With every man and his dog working on that elusive 3D Mario clone, publishers with a top quality 2D platform game could be here to clean up. Here's one of the hot contenders. Skull Monkeys. I don't think I've ever heard of it. Look. Free £5 voucher when you spend £50. Ask and solve for details. Action Soccer 2, the only football game you need. MDK, which I've heard a few times through here, but never anywhere else. Croc and V-Rally. There's a lot of talk of V-Rally in these magazines. I didn't think V-Rally was that big of a game, but I guess it is. Oh, 1. But I guess it was. Auto-destruct. I'm going to have to speed up a bit here. Tank top. The frequent driver is charging around a battlefield in an armoured tank the size of a small leisure centre again. Now, looking at these PS1 accessories, this steering wheel here, I think I had this one. Because yeah, these numbers, these buttons here are labelled like 1, 2, 3. Because I remember it's a bit different. But I do believe I had it. With the pedals. PS1 memory card. Oh, in German and French, I believe. Gamester. Third-party controller. 100% compatible with all Sony PlayStation games. Available from all the best game stores. This font here, that especially with the 100%, that looks like the font used for the damage numbers in Star Ocean 3. Anyway, I'm only a third of the way through this. I don't know what that is. Come on. That Judge Dredd. Girls World. Finally. They're on CD, they're on tape, they're on magazine covers, they're on TV, they're on posters, they're on calendars, they're on umpteenth adverts, they're even on crisp packets. Now the Spice Girls are on PlayStation. A dream come true or a terrible nightmare. Oh. I played this at the childcare centre. You basically jumped around on like little panels and remixed their songs, and you had to do sort of like quick time events to dance to it. Spice World working title. No, that is how it That is the final name of it. Style, Spice RPG. Well, if you're an RPG fan, Spice World is the one for you. And there's MDK, that game I've never heard of until today. Oh, look. One of my favourites, Tomb Raider 2. You got the Venice levels, the Great Wall, the Wreck of the Maria Doria. I think that's Wreck of the Maria Doria. It's one of the underwater levels. You don't have to be rad to work here. With action replays and on-screen hints, you'll soon be making backslide shifties with the gnarliest of them. Jersey Devil. See, I wanted this, but I never got it. Dynasty Warriors. So yeah, it is the first one. The prizes. Beat up by Koi. That's not spelled correctly. Oh, E cubed. Yeah. And then this one here, I've never heard of. Jeez, I need to speed this up. Been on ages. Oh. So the next 10 pages is all about the Christmas stuff. Oh. A Japanese RPG? You're joking? No way. Deliberately takes on board elements from a whole number of gaming genres to create a tale of epic proportions. It comes on 3 CDs and average playing time is some 120 hours. That's stretching it a bit. I think I had that as well, but I couldn't get it to work. The gun. Look at all these. Look at all the accessories. Oh. What is going on with Rayman there? Great game. Certainly a good game. BT's Bargain Hunter. Oh. This is some UK nostalgia. Look. Dixon's, Curry's, Argos. Look at the old logos. Games Exchange. Comet. Look at that. Die Hard Trilogy. I had that. Wasn't very good. Didn't really like it. And lots of accessories. And even more. Oh my goodness. Dynasty Warriors. Yeah, the series really started with Dynasty Warriors 2. This is like so far outside of what the series became. Five. As Liam and Noel seem to prefer gestures to words, you'd expect them to like the station with less talk. What? Play test reviews? Crash 2. I have to say here, Naughty Dog has kept things nice and simple by allowing Crash to enter any one of the 5 stages from a central warp room. Yeah, you get to choose the order of your levels. You had to collect 3 tokens. Hold on. Crash Bandicoot had the most perverse and frustrating save game system. You had to collect 3 tokens to be able to enter a bonus round, and only after this were you allowed to save your position. Which means that if, in the heat of the action, you missed a token, you could die and have to replay the level. Yeah. Oh, look at that grey crystal. Another new addition. Secret crystals of different colours. Yeah, I mean the colour gems. Oh, they're really going into it, aren't they? Plant food, unbearable. Bear down, road to ruin. Warp room 3, sewers. 6 levels of intelligence. Oh, so are they actually going through? No, they're not going through all the levels, are they? Is that Time Crisis? I don't recognise that character at all. Is this Time Crisis 1? Who is that? I don't recognise them at all. That page isn't loading. Oh, yep, more Time Crisis. It is Time Crisis. Yeah, I had to play with the controller though because I had like a light gun that didn't work. I wanted to use it for point blank. Oh, 2 free books. 2 Final Fantasy 7. They do go on. Those are 2 games I like to go on about a lot, and 2 that I really do put in high regards. Free game when you subscribe. I like how they've got these, and then in the centre they've got Spice World. Fighting Force. Choose one of these games for free. Which one would I choose? Probably Crash Bandicoot. What is this? Ace Combat 2. Yeah, fantastic. I had a demo of this game. It was pretty... It was weird because I wasn't actually aware of the franchise at all. Bloke who can stretch his limbs into sinew spaghetti. A lady with invisible appendages. What? Hothead who turns into a human barbecue. Plus a large orange gentleman of whom the phrase brick shithouse is somewhat of a complaint. Who needs such big girls blasters when you've got Marvel's original superhero quartet? It was just, the only football game anybody ever needs. Right there. Okay. Oh, Jersey Devil. Yeah. I mean, this game was probably rubbish, but I wanted this. I remember I wanted this when I saw like a demo of it. What's contained herein is no more than traditional platform fare. Falling boulders is integrated in platform secret bits, object falling, but patently, if it's alright for Mario, it's alright for anyone. I did have a few, like, sort of what I would describe as like low tier platform games, like Bugs Bunny Lost in Time. Oh, for goodness sake. Lara Exposed. Too extreme. Was spelled without any. Risk your virtual life in a massive 8-piece adventure special. Pandemonium 2. Yeah. Like I say, I played this at the Childcare Centre, but I didn't actually have this one. Safe Surfer? Is that the bonus level? I don't really know how much new stuff there was into. The idea is that you choose the character best suited for each level, which greatly increases the game's replay value. Goon City. Fancy the original Pandemonium will recall it was a very jolly platform affair, which we thought well worthy of a 9 out of 10. It is a good game. It's a shame though that you can't save it. It uses passwords, and there's loads of cheats for it. But it was a decent game. It's one of the first PS1 games I played. The first one, of course. Fargus looks a lot more menacing. Oh. Here's MDK, that game I've never heard of. Look, take a look at the Tomb Raider 2 review. They're always talking about Tomb Raider 2. It's a great game, but they keep mentioning it over and over again. E. Is that for Edge magazine? Yeah. And Roscoe McQueen, that was another game that I wanted. I never got it, and looking at it now, I'm thinking, yeah, probably wasn't worth it. Because, I don't know, there's something, like, looking at, like, these screenshots, for example, in my mind, I was, like, looking at these thinking, like, oh, yeah, it's going to be, you know, you're going to be, like, going through these buildings, and they're going to have all this stuff, but I imagine it's definitely not that. I saw a review of it. Broken Sword 2. Yeah. I did play a demo of that. I think it was Broken Sword 2. Didn't really care for it. NASCAR. Oh. And these are just like price listings and different items. What are you driving these days? Good question. Are all production models? Ooh. I just remember there being like, hold on, oh, lap 1 of 3. I just remember there being races like loads of laps that took ages. That's the only thing I remember. Didn't really play it much though. Its attention to detail, accuracy and realism, all of which contribute to the game's superb playability. Oh. I think we're getting towards, well, I can see we're getting towards the end, but this is classified. Yeah, this isn't formatted very well. What is this? The ultimate... Take the ultimate drive into a new dimension. Yep. You get that weird chair. We buy, we sell. Everything PlayStation. I don't think there's going to be anything of value here. Really. To look at Game Freak. Bristol's video game specialist. Oh man, just so much. I see what we're talking about, like with the text. I mean, look at this. To zoom in. Fire. So that memory card, say up to 15 high scores. 15 high scores lap times in game positions. 15 slots. Replica of the original Sony memory card. Available in red, green, blue, black, clear, green or yellow for cheaper. Because it's not official. And look, the mouse and the multi-tap. I mean, I've never seen the mouse. I've never seen it. some release dates. So, I guess Tomb Raider 2 hadn't come out at this point, but look, Magic the Gathering on PlayStation, releasing in November. So it must have at the latest been in October, because there's something there that says like that's coming out in October. Castlevania, would that be Symphony of the Night 1997? Crash Bandicoot 2, Final Fantasy 7. So you can see the 7 written as like the number 7 there. Joypads. Let's have a look at the wonderful world. I mean, some of these, sometimes you look at them and you just think that's weird, but then I think as a kid that's sort of like the appeal, I guess. ASCII joypad. Okay, I don't know if that's ASCII based. Anyway, it's a bit overwhelming. Formula Kart Special Edition. Top secret. This month's PSM cheat section includes tips like races F1 97, Porsche Challenge V Rally, and Ray Tracer, plus Thunderhawk 2 and Buster Move 2, among other things. So, we've got the super password. That's not a cheat. That's just a password to get to, like, all the things. What do we here? Yeah, I don't know those other games. Ray Tracers. Oh, so before ray tracing, we had ray tracers. Directory. Oh, look, it's that thing again. You dribble, then you dribbled, then you'll be dribbling now. Crash Bandicoot 2. He's certainly taken his time about it, but at long last the platform loving, nasty, nasally unchallenged. Ah, okay. I was so confused then. As he will doth return in Crash Bandicoot 2. Unfortunately, the nefarious Dr. Cortex is back with him, and has tricked the cute little fella into collecting the purple crystals, which will somehow help him conquer the world. Will Crash see through Cortex's tissue of lies? Or is he destined to remain a stooge? Well, you'll have to wait and see. And again, TOCA Touring Car Championship. Felony 1179, which again was... So is this talking about the games on the demo? I think it might be. I think these are the games on the featured demo. Shadow Master, I've never heard of that one either. And then next one, oh, let's see, these might be lies. If you remember in the past, apparently they lied. So in the next one, Grand Theft Auto, Pandemonium 2, Power Soccer 2. But you don't need Power Soccer 2. You've got Actual Soccer 2, and that's all you need. That's all you need. As we learnt earlier, Career Crisis, you're fired. Okay, Frogger, you know, the brand new PlayStation game Frogger, and Eurose, something on the net Eurose. You know, if I can find the one that had adventure game on the net Eurose on the demo, that'll be the one. That'll be one that I'd have. Oh, look who it is. It's Peter Molyneux. Oh. He's the man who made millions of games such as Populous Theme Park, Syndicate, Magic Carpet and Dungeon Keeper, but he once stole from his old gran just for a game of Pong. Game design maestro and Mr. Peter Molyneux confesses all his sins. Oh, let's see what he's got to say. Right. Which games do you play to relax Currently, I'm playing FF7 and Total Annihilation on PC, both of which are excellent. Come on. Man, this is so awkward sometimes. Can you go on to improve those games? What can we expect next? I have always been disappointed at the end result of each game, because it's such a scramble to get the thing finished. The user interface and general game polish are the things that need improving the most, but this usually takes a lot longer. And by the time everyone is pressuring you to finish, our next game, codenamed Black and White, hopefully won't suffer from this, as we already have a team in place and working. Come on. Are there any PlayStation games that you wish you'd written? Which game impressed you the most? I think Final Fantasy VII is utterly awesome. Also, Micro Machines is really good. I think the PlayStation is finally producing some really intriguing games, and next year should see some real quality titles being released. Check my Peter Molyneux impression. Which PlayStation games are you most looking forward to seeing? Tomb Raider 2 should be good, as I am getting a little tired of playing Tomb Raider, even left-handed. Oh, the future, right. How do you see the future of the PlayStation, and will you be part of that? The future is bright, the future is PlayStation. I think it's going from strength to strength, and I really look forward to working on the machine. What's the biggest change you've seen in the industry since you started? The fact that the games industry is now taken seriously. Who would have thought that mega corporations like Sony, Intel and Microsoft would be courting the likes of us? Anyway, I believe that is it, and we end on Fargus holding his staff behind. That's very, what's the word? Very sinister. Fargus, in the first game, Fargus was very goofy. I don't know why he's so sinister. Anyway, I hope this has worked, because I've gone for over an hour this time. But it's been fun. Right, thank you for watching. I'll see you all next time. Bye.